OPPO Selfie Expert.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Old Bear, also known as Siddharth Prashant, and joining me again this evening,
this is Tango, also known as Sriram Vishal. We witnessed a really good game of PUBG Mobile, and not just witnessing that, we even witnessed our first winners of this OPPO F9 Pro giveaway brought to you by OPPO. And a huge shout out to all you guys for watching this. Without you, this wouldn't have been possible. And a huge shout out to our sponsors OPPO as well for making this happen, as well as giving these two beautiful phones out there. And
congratulations, Noob Chicken, because you won the first OPPO F9 Pro mobile of today's giveaway. And you know what? You are one lucky person, because this is one of the best mobile phones for you to actually keep gaming on PUBG Mobile, because this has a 6.3-inch screen, because that is a huge screen. And you know what? PUBG Mobile actually requires you to have a lot of finger space, and for a person like me, I have long fingers, I have large hands, and you know what? The OPPO F9 Pro is perfect to play PUBG Mobile in. And maybe for you also, OPPO F9 Pro is the mobile phone for you guys.
I mean, not just for the size, but if you actually take it for the gamers, I would say gamers would be playing it for a long time, and you would be spending about hours playing PUBG Mobile, because it is one of the beautiful games which has been come out recently. And I would say OPPO F9 has come out with the VOOC fast charge, which is going to allow you just 5 minutes of charge, which is going to give you 2 hours of talk. And it also comes up with a 3.5K mAh battery, which is going to help your case as well, because you will be gaming for a lot of time. And it comes up with a 6 GB RAM as well, so that your fingers are not going to get burnt by the RAM and all, because that is going to help you out for a long time.
And you don't have to like keep on plugging it onto the charge again and again for you to get that, because as my colleague just said, the 3.5K mAh battery allows you to keep on gaming for a long time. And without any delay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be going into the lobby right now, because the players are going to be joining for match number 2 of today's live stream.
So we are going to see the second game of today's stream, and this is going to be really interesting, because we are going to see all the teams lining up at the moment as they are making the way for the second match. And for the people who are just watching this right now, this is the OPPO F9 Pro PUBG Mobile Campus Championship 2018 with a whopping prize pool of 50 lakhs, and the winner of this tournament is going to get the lion's share of 15 lakh rupees, and that is huge money. And I think a lot of practice is going on if you want to win at this tournament. And I think a lot of teams have registered for this, and we wish you best of luck for your upcoming games as well. And for the people who are watching this right now, without any further ado, we will be going live into the game after a short break. So we'll be right back with live action.
OPPO Selfie Expert.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be witnessing the second game for today's live stream, and this is going to be one hell of a match because according to how the live stream has went for the past 3 days, the second game has always managed to be just a little bit more exciting compared to the first game. And you know what?
yes,
the first
you
game
were
was
right.
kind of exciting.
You were right. I mean, both the days we had streamed previously, we actually witnessed the second game being really intense, especially when it goes up to the last two zones. Because I remember clearly yesterday's game, we had around 14 people or 16 people in the last zone, so that was pretty intense, and a lot of kills going for the zone's favor. As we are going to see the plane going on right now, it is going across Talbot at the moment. As we are going to look at the people who have these Royale passes, which is going to give you a lot of fancy skins like the one you are watching right now. It's going to be TG's Honey Badger, who's got a level of 53, which is going to get him this bow-knot finish of this plane right now. So a lot of skins to be won. So I guess as you guys are watching, you can actually go through the Royale Pass, as a lot of exciting skins are coming up, and you've got a lot of games to build that up as well, as the season is going to get over in November, at the end of November. So a lot of levels to be farmed. So I guess this is the time for you guys to go and start playing PUBG Mobile.
And we are going to be looking at the plane's route right here, and it is going to be starting just a little bit north of Stalber, and it is going to be ending at the southwestern side of the shore. So you know what, the places to land are going to be as usual: Rozok, Georgiopol, Severny also maybe, because it is right onto the path. And maybe if one of these teams land in the northern continent in the roads and they get themselves a vehicle, they can also go to Zarki, because you know what, Zarki is not a city which most people go for, and if they do that, I believe they will have easy amounts of loot for them.
I mean,
Zarki also has some loot.
Exactly. I mean, the basic loot is all possible from Zaki, because you won't be getting all those rare guns out there pretty often, but it's pretty much does the job for you to just go and land and get some decent guns and go on and explore to other places as well. As I would say, this is the first time we are witnessing a bizarre zone like that, a bizarre plane route like that, starting from right in the northern side of Stalber, going up to Mosque, and that is something which I have never seen in the last 2 days. And I guess this is something new to start with. And speaking about the zone is going to center it out from school, and it's going all the way up to the southern island, right in front of the military base. And I don't think anyone will be going out there. I'm not really sure.
Maybe
because
they can. Because
maybe I really think team number 1 and 12 have a good chance of getting out there, because they've got the vehicles as well. So just about time where they are going to go. As we are going to switch into action over here, we're going to see Sid right now trying to take out one of team number 6's player, while he is going to go for the trade, as he's going to take down team number 21's player. We see a couple of guys getting knocked out. We actually see all the 3 people from team number. We actually see 3 people from team number 21 getting knocked out, and we see just one of them still knocked out, as a couple of them have gone. And that's quite a smart play coming out there from team number 6. And we actually see one more guy going out there, and that is going to be the end of team number 21. Pretty much really quick. This is actually the first time we are going to see a team getting wiped out within about minutes. It's just about 2 minutes, 3 minutes into the clock, and we actually see one team going down.
And you know what, this is exactly the kind of play which is gonna make you shine in the best of 5s or best of 3s, because once you start fighting, you just are gonna be racking up a lot of these kills. And you know what, in a best of 3 format, all your kills also matter, but sadly this is going to be a best of 1. So I guess the fact that you might just lose a bunch of your teammates in these fights is a factor which might prevent you from going for the fights. But you know what,
that is going to be the drawback when you are going to go into PO1s like this right now, because it's just about the 4 teams which are going to be there till the end, which will be qualifying for the next round. So this is going to be really interesting, given that it's just about how to survive and not going for fights in the initial stages of the tournament. And the heat all picks up when it is going on, when the tournament is going into its later stages, where it is going to be a BO3, where we will be experiencing a lot of fights and a lot of team fights coming out there, where each and every kill is going to matter, as we are going to see a potentially a skirmish right now between team number 15 and team number 10. Both of them have spotted each other out, and I think I really think team number 10 are at an advantage right now, given that a few of them have pretty decent guns, while we are going to see team number 15's couple of players who are just with pistols.
And shotguns. And shotguns are going to be devastating in close range, but it seems as though team number 10 are just going to be camping out behind that compound, waiting for team number 15 to actually make the first move. And if they do that, I believe team number 10 will have the advantage, because they do have those SMGs, and they also have shotguns, so they can fight close range and really close range also. And let's actually see team number 10. One of their players actually has assault rifles and a crossbow, an AKM and a crossbow. You know what? We have not seen a crossbow kill coming out into this game yet. So let's actually, root for that. And ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are watching the stream, if you want one of these people to actually die by a crossbow, do leave a comment down below, because that is going to be one amazing thing to see in this stream.
I mean, not just the amazing thing, that would have been that if it's going to happen, that is going to be the first time we are going to witness it, just like how you said it some time back. So I'm really eager, but I don't think both of these teams have any idea whether to go or not, because we just see them holding their ground at the moment, as we are going to see team number 10's, both their players at this point of time are just not moving a muscle out there. They are waiting for team number 15 to make the move so that they can actually probably make them come close range and bring that to their advantage.
And it seems as though team number 10, only 2 of the players are going to be canvassing the building where team number 15 are going to be planted at, while 2 of the others are actually going to be spreading out a little bit further apart, just seeing if they have a good angle onto that building, because it seems as though 2 of their players are going to be on top of the terrace, while 2 of them are going to be huddled up in the ground floor of the building.
I feel that is actually a good strategy coming out there from team number 10, splitting it out 2 and 2, and that's really going to help them out if they are going to survive to the later stages, because we're not actually down with just 5 or probably even 8 people alive, or even 10, I would say. What you could do is just split it up, just split out into 2 people, into 2 duos, and then go and try to flank it out, because that has helped me a lot of times when I've been playing PUBG Mobile, and I guess it will for these guys as well, as we are going to see team number 15 still waiting for them to make a mark.
We are going to be looking at one player from team number 15. He's actually trying to go for the flank, but he does get tagged by Lickit Reddy coming in from team number 10. So that is going to be a little bit of a skirmish right here, and it seems as though Lickit is kind of in a really good position right now.
But we are going to see Assassin as well as Captain Zadarva 09 who are going to get knocked out at the moment, as we are going to see one more person from team number 15 who happens to be the last person, I guess, who is going to go down in about any time right now. But no, there is another guy waiting for him, as we actually see both the people from team number 15 out there, and I think Lickit Reddy has a really good angle, but no, he gets taken down there by one more person out there, and that could be potentially the end for Lickit Reddy's run at the moment, as we just see the last person from team number 10 way far away from these guys. So I don't think there is a point for them.
I mean, that was a really sad play coming in. The fact that team number 10 decided to make contact, even though they were lacking one player, was in itself a blunder. But then again, we see Lickit Reddy, he actually charged in trying to get that kill, and he got punished for that by FL4. And you know what? That was a really sad way to go. And we're actually going to be looking at team number 12. They have made their way onto the military base, and again we are going to be looking at team number 10 right here. The last
person is actually making his way. He's actually retreating. Probably he is going to go and explore new pastures so that he can go for the loot and probably try to do something out of this, or probably just try to finish in the top 4 or top 5, because that is going to give them a lot of things, especially in the top 4, because that is going to give them an eventual thing of qualifying, as we are going to see the first drop into this game coming right to the eastern side of Ruins as well as the southwestern side of Razog. So let's actually see if people are going to contest it, because I think it is quite an open area, and already a couple of teams going in, vehicles out there. So I think we are expected to get a fight out there.
And we are going to be looking at team number 14 right here into Yasnaya. There was one more team in Yasnaya, but sadly they have made their way out of that city, because they know that that is going to be a death trap eventually. And that was actually team number 25 who made their way out of Yasnaya, and they might just be met with people from team number 20 who did land in Stalber, and one of their players actually has a vehicle, so he's just going to be going back to Stalber to pick up his friends.
But I don't get this. The drop is going to land right on top of that vehicle, which cannot be used, and we see team number 9 trying to take them out, coming out there with their UAZ, and I'm really going to be surprised on seeing how they are going to get this drop, because
all you have to do
tricky,
is have faith, Tango. All you have to do is have faith, because you know what, I do think that that little bit of an area might just be scalable or something.
I mean, no, what I think is probably they can just get that UAZ over there and try to jump on top of that, and I think that is what they're going to do as well. So pretty much I think they are going to secure that drop for themselves, because we don't see any other team coming out there. Probably just go on to the boot of that vehicle and try to go and get for it, and I think it's going to be Psycho Assault who is going to get that, and we are going to see a fight between team number 22 and team number 15, while one of their players have been knocked out there, Bone Crusher being knocked out by one of team number 22's player, and I think they have the upper hand at the moment, as we just see about 2 more people from team number 15 out there. So it's just about time where people are going to go get it right now, but we actually see one person from team number 22 getting knocked there. It's going to be Max Godman who is going to get knocked out, while team number 15's Flash 10 is going up over there trying to revive his teammate, because it's just about 2 people at the moment, so it's not going to be pretty easy for them to scale this, because he is losing a lot of health right now. So it's just about time where he's going to revive, and he's not even closing the door, so that is allowing a lot of that could allow team number 22 to just go in.
Yeah, that could be the potential of the team actually getting killed. And meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we are going to be looking at team number 19 and team number 17, as we are going to be looking at all these people are, none of them actually dying yet, and it seems as though team number 19 do have the advantage, as they did get that knockout, that first knockout onto team number 17.
But then they were anyways able to revive him, so I don't think that really worked. It really worked out, but I think they would be satisfied given that they had wasted their helmet as well as armor. And as we actually see one of team number 17's player with that panda helmet, or panda whatever you call it. See, these are the things which I was telling you about right at the start of the game, all these skins and
yeah, I mean, you don't really
pass.
have to, you know, get killed in a really gruesome way. You can, you know, just like that, I don't really condone animal violence, but you know what, it is kind of fun seeing in a game of PUBG a guy who looks like a panda getting killed from behind. You know, that
I mean,
is a sight to watch.
I think the developers have done really good in terms of just adding this fun element right into this game that makes it even more interesting, not just with those, you know, those boring shots and all, and just waiting for people to die, just going for the fights and all of that. This actually gives them a fun element right from the skins, right from the parachutes, right from the skins of the airplanes. So I guess they have done a commendable job in that.
And not just a commendable job, they have done an awesome job right now. We are going to be looking at team number 17's MOPL. Okay, if you're going to be crouched out, I don't think you will be able to get a shot onto that door.
No, probably he could just aim down the side and go for the shot, because that is going to give him an easy shot out there, as we are going to see Michelangelo trying to take down Mopi from team number 17. It actually seems it's going to work out, because Rishi is going to get knocked out there from one of team number 19's players.
Oh, the helmet's coming in from one of his teammates. You know, that the helmet actually got knocked out, so he is going to be completely out of armor for his head, as we are going to be looking at one more player from the side of team number 17 actually getting knocked out, while Denise from team number 25, he is going to be getting driven by, and he is going to get knocked out. But sadly, the UAZ, which was performing the drive-by, actually got blasted as it just ran into a tree. As I said, you know, PUBG is a fun game. You are eventually going to see a lot of these quirky little things happen, and we are going to be looking at this drop right now. So this is the second drop, and you see a lot of people dropping like flies. 59 people alive and 18 teams left in this game.
And I think team number 25 have the disadvantage right now, even though there are no people right behind them. It's actually the second time we are going to see Vinit getting knocked down, and also his vest is going to get wasted right now. About, you know, 75% of his vest already damaged, so it's not going to help them out, as we are going to see the drop, which you were just telling about some time before, right to the northern side of farm. So I think team number 6 have got that, as the zone is going to close into the southern part of the mainland. So I guess the zone can actually go either ways. It can actually go on to the southern Sosnovka Island, or it can just stay right there at the southern part of the continent, as we see a couple of knockouts there from team number 19.
As you were talking about, the zone is quite unpredictable, and you know what, Tango? I would not care about where the zone goes unless it actually lands in the water, because you know what, we have not seen a water zone yet. And if it did, that would be kind of unfortunate, because even though it might not just be the complete water area, if it was in a cliff, the people who are in the water will be at a disadvantage. And talking about a disadvantage, we are going to be looking at team number 6 just missing the crate drop by a little bit, as we are going to be seeing the ghillie suit getting, looted by team number 23 right here. So they do have that element of surprise, that little wild card which can be creeping up from the grass under below.
But mind you, this is the time where you need to think about the zone, because if it is going to be right in the southern part of the continent, it's not going to really help you out, because that is just going to be barren land and cliffs out there where you are not going to find any tinge of grass. So that is going to come that's not really going to come in handy for you if you have a ghillie suit and all of that. We see the level 3 backpack, level 3 helmet, as well as the armor out there. And we see team number 23, they have a really good advantage, even though the numbers game is not going to help them.
They're all geared up. They all have assault rifles. We only see Sumanti Gowda, he has a UMP, and you know what, the UMP is not a bad gun at all. It can carry you throughout the game if you just know how to play it right, if you just position yourself perfectly.
And while we are going to talk about the guns and all that, we actually see team number 11 going outside the zone, one of their players going outside the zone, right, just to take the buggy out there to probably try to take his teammates. But I don't know what was going on there. He just went right across out there, just missing each and every one of them. As we see team number 18 making their way over here, probably trying to take some loot out there. They are in close proximity to team number 16, but I think a team fight is just gonna happen in about some more time, because the next zone is actually popping out right now. He actually manages to spot the UAZ, and one of their players, I think it's going to be Deathstroke, who is going to get spotted out there, as it's going to be one more person from team number 6. So it's going to be pretty easy for team number 18, because they have a clear idea that a couple of people are there from the other team. While he does not seem to be really good with his loot, I would say. He's got a DP28 as well as an M4 with a 4x, I guess. So that I really don't know how it's going to work out unless it's going to be a close range. But mind you, the M4 is going to do a lot of damage even in the long range.
As much damage as it does, if team number 18 are nowhere close enough to team number 6, so maybe they can get a knockout or two. But then again, if team number 6 has that healing, they will just be able to revive him, and he will be back to full health. And it seems as though team number 18 will just be wasting bullets at that point. And the only way that can actually go in their favor is if two of their teammates actually went close range, just camped a little bit nearby, sneaked into that general location, and then when they go for the fight in long range, and they also have a unit over their station who can go in and finish them off if necessary.
I mean, as we are going to talk about that, we are looking at the last person from team number 10, who we actually saw from I think the southwestern part of the continent, as he is making his way on to Pochinki, which is actually pretty guarded by team number 9's players. We got about 4 of them alive, but I could just see about just 3 of them right at Pochinki. And let's actually see how it's going to work out for them. I mean, we actually see 2 drops out there, one of them being right to the southern part of Pochinki, and the other one right near Milta, and none of them being contested and not even taken as well. So I'm pretty intrigued to see who's going to get that, because I don't think anyone's going to go at the moment, as the zone is closing in right now. Just about some more time where we are going to see where the next zone is going to form right now, as we are going to see Michelangelo with his M4, with his Scarlet, and trying to spot it out, as we are going to see a fight between team number 8 and team number 19. We see one knockout coming out there in the form of Shubham Rathore, who is going to take down one of their players, as one of his teammates are knocked out as well. So we are going to see Senpai Blank, who is making the revive, as it's actually one person down for both these teams, one of them being knocked out at the moment.
And you know what? In this situation, this is actually the perfect time for one of these players to actually lob down one of these grenades.
But the molly coming in. But the molly coming in actually doing a lot of damage to a couple of their players from team number 8, and the nade being hooked out there from Senpai is going to take one of them down. One more guy who is going to get knocked down. And just when I was talking about the usage of nades and utilities in the previous game, we're going to see a lot of them coming out there, and he is going to take down one person. What is going on here?
You know what? All those people just died. They all just died to nades, and it seemed as though I was just talking about how nades are going to be the most effective way to actually get those kills in these closed spaces. They just managed to do that. They just read my mind, and they just made that happen.
You know what? This is actually the first time I'm actually witnessing a team wipe out a another team just with the help of nades. You actually saw all the 4 people out there dying just because of just 2 nades coming out there from Senpai as well as another guy.
And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, if this does not convince you to pick up those nades and lob them into those little windows that you see, I don't know what will, because this is one of the easiest way where you can actually knock out a lot of people, a crowded area. Even though you have a numbers disadvantage, just go ahead and throw that nade, because you know what, that might just be able to get 4 people knocked down and maybe even 4 people killed.
I mean, yes, what you said is totally right, because if you are going to use your nades in such an early stage of the game, just imagine how much damage it would do when it's just about the last 2 zones or even the last zone. So that is what I've been emphasizing about the usage of nades and mollies and even the smokes for that matter while the revive is going to happen. That causes a lot of distraction for your opponents.
And we are going to be looking at team number 18. Team number 18 have only 2 people alive, while one of his teammates has gone ahead and he is going to be getting that vehicle right here. Meanwhile,
are we going to see another kill out there? The nade is going to knock out one of team number 12's player as his teammate Avinash is going to go and try to revive him. And can we actually see another kill out there? But no, he's going to get tagged out there from one of the nades coming out there from his opponent. And we are going to see a lot of tags. Another nade coming out. Is he going to fall down? No, he just escapes that as the revive is being made out there from one of their teammates onto another. But we actually see team number 12, one of their players just going around and trying to come into their building. And let's actually see if he's going to go all out aggressive, as we are going to see team number 6 making their way right to the border of that white zone. And they are not actually going to go for a fight. Then they are probably just going to play it safe, I guess.
Well, playing it safe or not, it is going to be quite a tough situation that team number 23 has landed themselves into, because it seems as though team number 12 don't have any qualms about getting out of their own building, as we do see one man from team number 12 actually going out, and with this great grenade getting thrown, I guess they might just go ahead and make their move right here. The first grenade not really doing a lot. The second grenade, that is also probably not going to be doing any damage, as most of these players from team number 23 are going to be situated in the backside of this building. While this nade is getting thrown, that is going to be, you know, in the same position, so he needs to be careful. Well, I guess, okay, we are going to be looking at team number 23's Bhairav Narayan. He is going to be knocked out by the grenade, and we are going to be looking at Avinash right here from team number 12. He is going to be making his way inside. He has an M4 with an extended mag, so that is a lot of bullets to be fired. And team number 23, they are getting cooked in this building like grilled chicken.
Oh my God, this is going to be brilliant coming out there from team number 12 as they are making their move into that building. We see another person from team number 23 getting knocked out there, and it's going to be the numbers game which is going to come in handy for team number 12, as they still have about one more person who got knocked out at the moment, as we are going to see them wipe out team number 23.
And you know what, team number 12 played that impeccably well. There is going to be one more person alive on top of this building, and it seems as though Avinash is going to be making sure that he covers those stairs and make sure that nobody really comes outside, and that is going to be the game, probably, you know, that little bit of skirmish going in their favor. Meanwhile, we are going to be looking at a little bit of a fight coming in from team number 24 and team number 14, as grenades are going to be getting launched from Devashishi, and you know what, the grenades just might be able to do the damage right now.
I mean, yes, we are going to see one more person who they knocked out. That was from team number 18, and there you go. That is the end of one person from team number 18, while we are going to see a couple of guys from team number 14 towards his left side.
And this is going to be quite a little bit of a situation, as they just got rid of that buggy right there.
I don't think that is going to be a little bit of a situation, because you actually see that a couple of guys from team number 14 are already knocked out, and it's just up to that one person in the name of Suzexio who is going to go and try to make the revive. But that is not going to probably happen, because we still have about 3 people from team number 24 who are just in the vicinity, so they can just go and try to take them out, as we are going to look at team number 23's Bhairav Narayan, just one of the 3 people who are there in this team, and they somehow managed to revive both their teammates, and that is gonna really come in handy. But I don't think how it is going to come in handy for the longer stage of the game, as a couple of them have already got knocked out at least a couple of times, so that's not really going to work out for them, as the new zone is going to come to the southern side of school, as we are going to see team number 23's Byram Narayan getting knocked out again. A lot of knockouts coming out there. We see a knockout for both these guys again for the third time, I would say. And it's going to be Biju Bora who is going to be the last man standing at the moment. If he is going to go for the revive right now, but I don't think that is going to be the case, as we are going to see,
team number 23 getting wiped out by team number 12. And you know what? Team number 12 played it really well. They made sure that their numbers advantage is not going to be exploited by team number 23. And I mean, if team number 23 just used their grenades, which I noticed they really did have, if they just threw down a nade or two, they might have just got a kill. But you know what?
Look at this. Look at this. We are going to see team number 9 and 6 fighting it out. And there you go. That is going to be the end of team number 9. That was a quick encounter between both these teams, as we saw team number 6 completely wiping them out. And that is going to leave us just with 39 people and 14 teams. And while you were just saying about the usage of nades, we really didn't see a lot of nades being used by team number 23. Just about one time. And they were actually able to get one knockout, which is not really going to help them out. But I would actually commend team number 23 for fighting it out till the last. We actually saw about 2 people getting knocked out thrice, and still they were able to, get back up and try to fight. And I would say that would have been really bad for them in terms of their morale and all of that. But I think they did a commendable job, I would say.
Well, that was actually quite amazing. We are going to be looking at team number 24 right here.
And he is making his way right into the zone. Little does he know that there are a couple of guys to his right and a couple of guys to his left as well. We actually see all the 4 people from team number 25 and 12 right surrounding them, as it's going to be Uday as well as one of his teammates just coming right behind him, probably just trying to sneak it out inside the zone. As we are going to see the next zone popping up in about 1 more minute, as the zone, as the blue zone is going to move out. As we are going to see team number 5 spotting out a couple of guys from team number 22. Is he going to take the shot? I think he's just waiting for some more time, as one of his teammates is going to get a lot of damage onto a couple of guys from team number 22, and he has a good idea where the people are, but I don't think that's going to help him out, as one of his teammates is going to get taken down there by one of team number 22's players, as he is going to be the last man standing for his team, as the zone is going to move out anytime soon. He's going to make the move right now, as team number 22 are making the move, and he is kind of surrounded right now because there is an open field towards his eastern side. So I think if team number 22 are going to wait and try to take him out, it's not going to be pretty easy for team number 5 or I would say Saurabh Maurya, the last survivor from his team, to go and get it. But one good thing to his advantage is the zone is not really far away. He can just make a sprint out there and get probably a kill right now, because team number 1 is right in front of him, and if he is quite oblivious to the fact, that is not going to help him, as team number 1 is in the close vicinity.
And you know what? The fact that team number 5, Saurabh Maurya, is going to be rotating around the zone is going to be an ode to how players who are going to be the only ones left to play, because that is one of the best strategies you can use, because you might be able to notice people who are going to be rotating towards the zone, and you might just be able to get a freebie kill or 2.
More importantly, I would say that going across the zone would actually help you out, because that is going to buy you a lot of time. And when you are going to go like how Saurabh is going at the moment to the edge of the zone, that is going to allow you to get a lot of time. And the zone from this point of view will be going down really slow, and we are going to see a fight between team number 1 and 5, something which I was expecting a long time ago, as it's going to be team number 5's Saurabh Maurya who's going to take him out, and that is the end of the last player from team number 1. But he is going to get a lot of damage out there from the zone, and this is what I was telling you about. But even though the zone was not taking a lot of time, he just spent a lot of time just waiting out there trying to reload and also use the first.
He tried to heal up, but you know what? He is quite in a good position right now. It seems as though team number 5's position has not been noted as of yet. And we are going to be looking at team number 19, though. They are actually trying to prove me wrong, as we are going to be looking at the crosshairs of 84 Senpai Blank. He is going to be pointing that 6x onto that rock, and just behind him is going to be Saurabh Maurya from team number 5.
And towards the right is going to be team number 12, but mind you, these are the people who actually cleared out an entire team just with the help of nades and without even shooting a bullet, and that is something which actually shows them, which actually shows us just
their
some part of them. Exactly.
And that just shows how competent they are in this mobile game. Because you know what, people have started playing PUBG just recently, and the fact that they could actually master the usage of the utility grenades coming in, and that just proves just how good these guys are, and the fact that they can communicate between themselves really better. Because you know what, lobbing nades into a room is an easy task, but lobbing them together, that is going to be another thing. And you know what, they did that perfectly, and they got rewarded for it, for its maximum intent. And meanwhile, we are going to be looking at team number 24. He is going to be one of the 3 people alive in his team, and it seems as though he is going to be just snaking ahead and tries to scale this little ridge right here, and just tries not to pop his head out onto one of these.
And the zone is going to move right now, and we actually see a couple of guys from team number 12 right behind him, as team number 22 are making their way onto the zone, and a lot of them surrounding them, as we are going to see team number 11 as well as 6 and 7 right in the vicinity. And this is going to get really interesting because there are 28 people into the 6th zone. I was just telling you that we were just having about 15 or 16 people in the previous game and all of that, but this is going to be really interesting at the moment, as we are going to see a lot of people getting a lot of damage out there. It is a play zone, but it's going to be Baumik who is going to get taken down there by one of the players from team number 24, but he gets taken down in a trade, and that is going to leave us with at least one of them going down, because I think team number 12 is going to get Uday out there, but the smoke's coming out there. Probably they wanted to play it really safe, as Uday is going to get taken down there by one of team number 12's players. The revive coming in.
And actually Vihanabi just shot through that smoke, and he managed to get one of these bullets onto team number 24, and that just, you know, resulted in that guy dying. And you know what, the smoke usage by team number 12 is impeccable, because that is the best usage of the smoke up till in this game, because they are going to be getting that revive onto the guy who has the ghillie suit. And you know what, coming in from the smoke, you won't be able to notice if a guy with the ghillie suit is going to be crawling around. And we are going to be looking at the zone. It is going to be a completely open space with a little bit of a ridge, which is going to be an advantage for team number 6 and team number 7, while team number 12, they do have the lower side of the ridge, but that is not going to be a really advantageous situation, because they don't really have a lot of trees to run into cover.
Oh, but the nade coming out there is going to take down one person, I guess. No, but it's actually going to do a lot of damage for all the people from team number 12, and that is something which they need to think about, because it's just about 5 more seconds where the next zone is going to come. But one good part is that they are quite nearby to the next zone, so I think they wouldn't be wasting a lot of time into that, as we are going to see 2 people from team number 12 getting a lot of damage, and one of them getting knocked out as well. And we are going to see team number 6's players also getting knocked down. We see a couple of guys getting knocked down from team number 6's team number 7's player, as he gets traded out as well, and the zone is going to come. We see 3 people knocked out and one of them dying actually, so that is going to leave just one person from team number 6 alive, and he's got to go inside the zone as well. He's wasting a lot of crucial time, which is going to take him back. Oh, that actually takes him down. What a sad moment for team number 6, and that is going to leave us just with 14 people and 5 teams right now. A lot of kills out there for the zone, and also I would say an assist of a zone as well, because just 1 or 2 tags onto them is going to take them down, because the zone is going to do a lot of
once
damage.
they got knocked out, they can't really move really fast, and the zone just deals so much damage this late into the game. And team number 7 played that really well. Even though one of their players did die over at that rock in the hands of team number 6, they somehow managed to shoot them as they were trying to make their way into the zone. And we are going to be looking at team number 7. There is going to be only 2 people alive, but it seems as though they have the advantage as of now, as they do have the high ground and they do have that rock, which is going to be protecting them from the line of sight, but it might not protect them from the grenades which are going to be lobbed at them.
As we are going to see a fight between team number 12 and 25. We see one of the 4 players from team number 25 getting knocked out while doing a lot of damage to 2 people from the opposite side, and we are actually going to see the zone popping out in about right away, and we are going to see the smokes coming out there from team number 7 as well as 11, so that is going to act as but I think Deathstroke has spotted a couple of guys. He is going to go out with his Carl right now, trying to take them out. A lot of people with a little bit of health out there, so that is going to leave us just with 4 people and 3 teams out there. And this is going to be the moment where we are going to see who is going to get the chicken dinner, and we are going to see the zone moving in right now. Deathstroke taking a lot of damage. He is actually going with the zone. Let's actually see what he has in store, because one of team number 25 players is going to get knocked out on the top. Is going to, oh my god, what a game this is going. It's going to be Desi Shroud who is going to get the chicken dinner for his team, and 84. These were the guys who I was telling you and who we all witnessed that
the grenades
the
exactly. Amazing grenades getting thrown by 84. that just got them that kill in that little building skirmish that we saw previously. And you know what? He played it perfectly. And the fact that the player from team number 11 decided to jump at the wrong moment, I believe that if he had just gone prone for a little while longer, he might just have gotten the chicken dinner for himself.
I mean, yes,
sadly,
but that was not the case, sadly, like you just said. But I would really commend all the people because just like how we were telling about when the game was starting, this has been one of the most interesting second games of this tournament yet. As we are looking in the scorecard at the moment, we see Desi Shroud with 7 kills out there for his team and winning him the chicken dinner in the end, getting those 2 kills at the moment. And I really thought about, even though about 4 kills coming out there from team number 3's player, I think that jump which actually cost him the chicken dinner, because one of their players, one of the opponent's players were actually knocked out. That was just leaving him to shoot one person who was just on the bush, and that jump actually screwed that up, and it was quite unfortunate. And I think Desi Shroud made the most of it, and that eventually got the team the chicken dinner.
And exactly as you said, team number 11, that was a costly mistake. But you know what? That is not going to matter anymore, because you somehow ended up coming into the top 3, and that is going to help you guys in the long run. So congratulations to you guys, and congratulations especially to Desi Shroud, because you know what, you were the MVP at that last circle. Because you know what, you could have just botched a little bit of shots and you could have that would have been GG for you, and you did not do that. You played that perfectly, and that just led to your team getting that chicken dinner. And you know what? Exactly. A shout out to Desi Shroud and his team, because the amazing grenades.
I was just about to say about that.
Orgasmic.
The grenade play coming out there from all the 4 people over there, that was actually the key moment in the game, because they were actually stuck up in a fight at, I guess, towards the southern side of the zone, where they were just at loggerheads against another team who was just right opposite to the other building. But they really didn't go outside the building. All they did was just, cook up a couple of nades or even 3 nades and just knock them out, and that was enough to seal that place for them. And that is what I was telling you about throughout the game regarding the usage of nades and utilities, which was actually a vital element for them to make it to the, eventually to the last zone, where it was actually Desi Shroud who won them the game. And that was a beautiful game, like I just said.
I felt like team number 11, the guy who actually jumped, I feel like that might have just been a misclick or something. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, misclicks are meant to happen in mobile phones. But you know what, if you can get yourself an OPPO F9 Pro, maybe you can reduce the chance of that happening, because this has a 6.3-inch screen. Because you see how big this is, that's how big the phone is going to be. And with that amount of finger space, I bet my life that you will be able to get yourself a couple of chicken dinners in PUBG
speaking
Mobile.
About chicken dinners, I think when you are going to play a game of PUBG Mobile, that is going to take a lot of time for you, and that actually is going to affect your battery as well. But I think this phone is not going to let you do that, because that is coming with a 3.5K mAh of battery life, and it also comes with the VOOC technology, which is going to give you the fast charge, which means just 5 minutes of charge is going to get you 2 hours of talk, which means a lot of chicken dinners coming up. And speaking about this phone, actually we just announced the first winner of this giveaway. Congratulations, Noob Chicken. But the giveaway is not done yet. We are going to be announcing the second winner soon. But you guys still have a chance to win one of these beautiful phones. So go ahead and hit subscribe, hit like, and hit share. And comment down below, exclamatory mark PUBG Mobile in all caps. I repeat, exclamatory mark PUBG Mobile in all caps, and get yourself a chance to win one of these beautiful phones. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, after a short commercial break, we are going to be coming back to announce the second winner of this beautiful phone.
OPPO Selfie Expert.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a bucket of popcorn, because this is going to be an amazing time. because we are going to be shortly announcing to you guys the winner of the second OPPO F9 Pro. But before that, you know what? I'll let you do the talking because I'm going to be saving myself for the drum roll.
Yeah, I know that. Once again, guys, a huge shout out to all you guys for watching this and making this happen, because without you guys this wouldn't have been possible. As well as a huge shout out to our sponsors OPPO for bringing this up here, as well as these two beautiful phones out there for all you guys, because we have been giving these phones for the last 2 days and we just got to know who the winner was sometime back for the first game, and I think that leaves us with just one more phone out here.
And you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, let's see who is going to be the second winner of the OPPO F9 Pro. And the winner is Sai Krishna Reddy. And congratulations, you gentleman or lady. I mean, you can be either of them, you know. I'm just, you know,
but you get the point. You are going to get this OPPO F9 Pro, which is one of the most premium phones which are in the market right now, with the 6.3-inch display as well as a 3.5K mAh battery, which is going to last a lot of time. And even if it doesn't, you have the VOOC fast charge, which is going to help you out by just charging for about 5 minutes, which is going to give you about 2 hours of talk time, which means you are going to get a lot of chicken dinners. A hearty congratulations for you.
And you know what? Another huge shout out to all of you beautiful viewers. Thank you for the subscription, and don't go anywhere because we are going to be coming back tomorrow with the live stream, and we will be coming back with 2 more OPPO F9 Pros. So you know what? If you want to get one of these beautiful phones for yourself, go ahead and participate in the stream tomorrow, because that is going to be one amazing stream. I can guarantee you that. And with that being said, Tango?
I think it's time to sign off, because I want to play a game of PUBG Mobile with this. So I guess it's time for us to sign out. This is me, Tango, also known as Sriram Vishal.
And this is Oldware, also known as Siddharth Prashant. And good night, and have a nice chicken dinner for yourselves.
Ciao.